everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I keep coloring with the wrong crayon. So if you're new here, my name is Vindy. Vindy, 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 ASMR. And this is a coloring series that I have been doing because coloring has allowed me to be my childlike self, and it's something that I enjoy. And so I'm just in the practice of doing things that I actually like to do. And so here we are, coloring. This is Charlie. I named him Charlie. He is a blue pig. But I really want to come on and talk to you guys about a movie that I watched tonight. It's a movie that I've seen before. It's called Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch. And I've seen the movie before so many times. And every now and then I'll get the urge to watch it. And the funny thing about it is, it's not like it's my favorite movie, or I remember that it's one of my favorites, but I always get the urge to watch the movie again every so often. And then I realize why I get the urge. It's like I don't even remember what the movie is about half the time, except I know the girl's in a mental institution, and yeah, that's typically what I remember about the movie until I actually watch it. And then I'm like, oh, okay. Almost every time I forget how the movie ends. So I decided to watch it again, and I'm actually really glad that I watched it again tonight. So for me, the message that I got, from the movie tonight is to keep going. They have some cool little quotes in that movie. If you've never seen it before, go ahead and watch it. It's free on YouTube. Some people say that there's no messages in the movie and the movie is stupid, or bad acting, or some people have a lot of negative things to say about the movie Sucker Punch. They don't get it, but for me, I feel like there's a lot of messages in that movie, as far as, well, I don't want to spoil it for anybody who's gonna go watch it, but I'll just say this: it does remind me to remember the goal, stay focused on the goal, no matter what you're going through, because life is filled with adversity. I always hear another content creator, Peach McIntyre, she always says life is filled with adversity, and it is, no matter what. And you have to keep going. And I think it's important that we keep going regardless of our situation. It's gonna be hard, life is hard. It can be hard, it can be challenging, but you have to keep going. And so for me, that movie was just a reminder to keep going no matter what. And sometimes we make sacrifices for those that we love, and that is our purpose. Like, okay, so I guess I'm just gonna tell the movie. If you don't want me to tell you about the movie, then I'm gonna give you a moment. I'm gonna give you a moment. Pause. I'm gonna give you a moment. Give you a moment to click out of the video. Exit, exit, exit. Leave. I'm gonna tell you the movie. So, and again, it's free on YouTube. It's called Sucker Punch. And if you've seen it before, drop like how you feel about the movie, or if you decide to go watch it, let me know what you think about it. But yeah, I ultimately feel like the movie is about standing up for yourself. The movie is about sacrifice. The movie is about perseverance. So sisters, and their mom dies, and their mom leaves them like everything in her will. But their stepdad is an evil jerk, and he basically um, wants to hurt the daughters so that he can have everything for himself. How rude, how mean, how evil, how cruel. And so he tries to hurt them. And so the oldest daughter, she tries to protect the younger sister. And so in her trying to protect the younger sister, she ends up hurting the younger sister by accident. And so the stepdad puts the older sister in a mental institution. And in this mental institution, the daughter decides, hey, I'm gonna be free. I'm gonna free myself no matter what. I'm gonna get free. And so basically she ends up, the way she frees herself, so the movie was quite interesting in a lot of different ways, because in this mental institution, which I can understand why people can get confused, because I get kind of confused watching it as well. So the girl in her mind creates like a delusion to get like feel safe, but at the same time it's not a delusion, because she actually helped one of the girls get free, which I don't even know if I can really explain this movie, because there's so many intricate parts and details regarding the movie and little nuggets that you have to pay attention to or you'll miss it, little gems. And so I will say this, what I will say is she created a delusion within a delusion to free one of the other girls. And so from that I got, sometimes you have to be a little bit delusional to see what it is that you want for your life. And I know being delusional is not great, but you have to believe in something. And if it takes a little bit of delusion to get you there, because ultimately that's what it was, her delusion helped her recruit other girls that were in the mental institution. Although at the end of the movie she was not free, she understood that her journey was to basically help the young lady get free, and she was just a tool, she was just a vessel. And I think that sometimes it can be hard for us in general as people to realize that sometimes we're just the vessel. You know what I mean? It can be hard because sometimes in life you think the world is centered around you. You think everything is about you. And for the most part, because it's your life that you're living, it is about you. But sometimes we're the vessel to get the next person from point A to point B. And I don't know, I just kind of thoroughly enjoyed the movie. I do have like a few quotes from the movie that I feel like were meaningful, but give me a moment, I'll finish the border and then I'll read them off to you guys. But other than that, how are you guys doing? Do you guys know of any good movies or free movies on YouTube? Even if they're not free, shout, put in the comments some good movies, because you guys, I'm a very big movie watcher. I love movies. I can binge watch movies all day. And I think that comes from my childhood. Because when I was in camp, I don't know, movie day at camp was my favorite, or movie day at school is my favorite, because I was always so overstimulated. I feel like before I even knew what being overstimulated was. And so having movie day where it's quiet and I can relax and I don't have to put in too much energy to socialize. I feel like those are my favorite days. And I think that's where my love for movies started. I don't know if you guys can see me doing the bottom. Hopefully you can. But yeah, I think that's where my love for movies started. And I don't know, I haven't stopped watching or liking movies since. I love me a good movie. Love me a good movie. Love me a good movie. And I feel like the older I get, my favorite movie changes. Like I still like the same stuff. But I don't know, I just start to see more stuff than I didn't see before in certain movies. Like Shrek. Shrek used to be my favorite movie. But I don't necessarily know that Shrek is my favorite anymore. I don't know. Shrek had some toxic traits, which I think we all do, but I don't know. He was a little bit too mean for me, and he needed, ultimately, even though he saved Fiona, he really needed saving, to open up his heart. And that is not the type of excitement I want for myself. So that's no longer my favorite, I don't think. But I do enjoy Shrek every now and then. I get a craving to watch that as well. You guys, this is Charlie. Let me read you the quotes that not quote, but some of the messages the statement that they said in the movie. So, one of them was, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything, which I think that's pretty common. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have heard that one before. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And then something else they said in the movie was, you can deny angels exist, convince yourself that they can't be real, but they show up anyway at strange places and at strange times. They can speak through any character we can imagine. They can speak through any character we can imagine. They'll shout through demons if they have to, daring us, challenging us to fight. And I just feel like no matter what you believe in, everybody I feel like has experienced a higher power, or maybe not, but where you're just like, wow, a miracle basically. If you've experienced a miracle or know someone who's experienced a miracle, or grace or favor, like those are angels, you guys. That's God. I feel like nobody can love you like the Lord, I feel like. And it's a beautiful thing. I feel like sometimes we as people, because life is filled with adversity, we forget that everything is not peaches and cream just because you believe in God. But that's where your faith, you have to have faith, and you have to keep going and remember who you are and whose you are. But that was something that I really liked. You can deny angels exist, convince yourself that they can't be real, but they show up anyway at strange places and at strange times. They can speak through any character we can imagine. They'll shout through demons if they have to, daring us, challenging us to fight. I thought that was great. You can interpret that how you want. If you want to put the timestamp down below and tell me what that means to you, I would greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. I would greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. And then something else that they said was, for those who fight for it, life has a flavor. For those who fight for it, life has a flavor the shelter would never know. For those who fight for it, life has a flavor the shelter would never know. And to me, that just sounds like if you don't go for what you want, you'll never see how beautiful it is. That's what I got from that. For those who fight for it, life has a flavor the shelter know what that means to you. And all of those came from the movie Sucker Punch. Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch. Pretty good movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I do think you should be of age if you watch that movie. Not saying there's no graphics in there or anything, but I don't know. Maybe parents should watch it first before their kids. I don't know. Everybody may not want their kids watching that kind of stuff based off the topic of mental health, but everybody's different. I don't know. You guys, this is Charlie. Charlie. He is complete. Charlie is complete. I hope you guys have a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious morning, night, and or evening. And let me know if you think Charlie's handsome. If you have seen the movie Sucker Punch, let me know if you want to watch it. It's free on YouTube, 100%. The movie is Sucker, Sucker, Punch, Punch. Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch, Sucker Punch. Anyways, guys, I'll I hope you have a supercalifragilistic expialidocious night, and I'll talk to you later.